Very good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Dailies on New Cruise 92.7 FM. Glad to know you're still listening to your darling station this morning. Your source always. It's time to take ourselves through the pages of the national dailies for the day and check out some of the top stories for today. Today, Thursday, 2nd of December 2021. By the way, my name is Joshua Adegbite. I'll begin from the Nation newspaper this morning to check some of the top stories. Headlines first. From the Nation, how to foster national unity by Kuka Fayemi Aremu. And still on the Nation's NSAS report, Lagos government defends white paper. And 7 key highlights from Lagos white paper on NSAS panel report. That's what we've got on the Punch newspaper now. Traffic robberies, Sanwo-Olu Odumoshi's failed formula. Amnesty condemns the killing of 2 policemen attacks on security agencies in Southeast. And 12 Bayelsa women arraigned for allegedly using juju to stop road construction. Using juju to stop road construction. Okay, we'll get to the details later. Edo received 2.5 billion naira grant to equip Stella Obasanjo Hospital. And of course, about the Omicron, Canada bans Nigerians. Fear spreads as NCDC records 3 cases. Electoral Act INEC breaks silence on Buhari's letter. And this one from Ekiti. On politics resigned before December 18. Fayemi tells appointees nothing governorship ambition. Okay, I've got this one as well. 9.6 billion naira fraud files associate deposited 209 million naira cash for property. Let's say a witness. Let me welcome my analyst to the studio this morning, a political scientist, lecturer at the Bamidele Olimilola University of Education, Science and Technology, BOUESTI, here in Ikere, Ekiti State, Mr. Owolabi. Good morning, Mr. Owolabi.
Good morning,
and thank you for joining us on the program today.
All
right, so let's begin to look at the major stories. I will begin with this issue on Omicron. Is the big issue right about now. Omicron, Canada bars Nigerians. Fear spreads as NCDC records 3 cases with some riders there. Variant detected in 3 persons with travel history to South Africa, says NCDC. Contact tracing never effective. Contact tracing never effective. A variant already in circulation. That's according to a virologist. That's a scary one. Africa accounts for only 4.3% of COVID-19 global fatalities, states ECOWAS. A virologist on Wednesday expressed concern that there was a high risk of community transmission of Omicron, a variant of COVID-19, in the country. The virologist included a professor of medical virology at the University of Maiduguri, Meselin Baba, who stated this in separate interviews with the Punch while reacting to detection of 3 cases of the Omicron variant in the country, called for community testing. The expert stated this as Canada placed travel bans for Nigeria, Egypt, and Malawi. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control had yesterday morning announced the discovery of 3 cases of the Omicron variant of the corona virus. Well, this is one issue that we will continue to talk about for the next few days right now. Like we said yesterday, we discussed this extensively yesterday, even on our other program too. We discussed this, and one of the major source of concern is about the tracing of contact. Now that we have 3 people right now that have been declared by NCDC to have contracted this new variant, Omicron, and virologists are saying that variant already in circulation. What's your take this morning? How do we go about this? Should the NCDC, should the government begin to ask people to come forward, because testing is also very, very important. We've talked about it. Do we have the capacity for testing? And Nigerians, how are they taking it themselves? Are people ready to submit themselves, to put themselves forward for testing so that they can ensure that other people would not even contract this virus?
Well, I think on this issue of COVID-19 to Delta variant to Omicron now, even some people still don't believe in it. They don't believe it exists.
But if you travel out of the country and you are coming back from the country, you're expected to submit yourself to testing, isolation and all of this. So we are sure that you are not, you have not contracted and you are not, let me say, importing it to the country.
So from there you can see that because information reveals that Omicron emanates from South Africa. So it's not in Nigeria. That means the officials have not been doing, they are not performing their job well at the various airports, entry points to Nigeria. So because if they have done that, they will have detected that, okay, this person is having a Omicron. Like it happened under this Ebola, when this man from Liberia just came in. And they detected it, and from there it was corrected, it was controlled. But now Omicron came to Nigeria, and we now have it around us, and even the people travel to
already.
And people even travel to Canada and detected it over there. That means the government officials are not doing what they're supposed to do in the right way. So and two, I think that
the government or perhaps people who, in a way, sometimes decide to just evade. Find a way around it to ensure that they don't subject themselves to.
It has happened before in Nigeria when highly placed people, they work against being being checked or being scrutinized at the airports. It happened then. So I think apart from that, government should now embark on enlightenment again to let people know the real meaning of Omicron, what it portends, the effect of it, and the symptoms.
Okay.
They let people know now, because we can. I'm surprised that we are having all these things, coming on one after the other. I'm surprised. Now, Canada has placed ban on Nigeria now.
I was going to say that. What that
you know what that means?
Nigerians now. Okay, well, moving away from that issue, that might be the last story, the only and last story on Omicron this morning, because we've got quite a lot of other issues. I will quickly check what we've got on the Nation newspaper, where the governor of Ekiti State, Kaode Fayemi, has this to say how to foster national unity by Kuka, Fayemi, and Aremu. I'm taking that story from the Nation now. Let's see what the Nation has got on that particular story right now. Okay, Catholic Archbishop of Sokoto, Matthew Hassan Kuka, and Director of General Michael Imodu, Institute of Labor Studies, Kwame Aremu, yesterday disagreed on the best way to achieve national cohesion in the country. While Kuka said that the high level of injustice in the country was eroding national cohesion, Aremu asked the Archbishop to stop agonizing. Kuka was the guest speaker as this Nigeria Media Limited inaugural lecture and Gold Award with the theme National Cohesion for Growth and Progress. The Nigeria Dilemma, held at the Eradua Center, Abuja, noted that national cohesion is a myth. Well, Kuka in his lecture decried the division of the country on basis of religion and ethnicity, which is said must be addressed. Chairman of the occasion, Governor Khalid Fahimi of the state, lamented the enormous challenges the country is passing through. He said Nigerians should work to wake up as a sleeping giant. Well, the disagreement that we have there with Kuka saying that the high level of injustice in the country was eroding national cohesion, and that, well, national cohesion is a myth. But Aremo asking him, well, to stop agonizing. Perhaps maybe he's complaining too much, and we should just look for a way to address this issue. Mr. Owolabi, your take?
We know we are all aware that we have injustice in Nigeria. But when we talk of injustice, it's not even the major thing now. There are many other things that surround it in Nigeria. Religion, politics has been used to divide the nation. You talk of politics, our politicians have created a lot of problems for Nigeria. Likewise, our religious leaders, we cannot even spare them, because everybody looks at events from the perspective of religion, or from the perspective of ethnicity in Nigeria.
All right.
So everybody is affected. No one can just excuse himself. Everybody is affected.
Well, okay, back to Punch newspaper now, and I'll be taking more stories on the politics and governance now. Resigned before December 18, Fahimi tells appointees and nursing a governorship ambition. Because the state governor, Dr. Khalid Fahimi, went to directed those 7 and his government who would like to contest the governorship primary to tender their resignation latest by December 18. The directive was contained in the statement signed by the governor's chief press secretary, Yinka Oyebode, in Ado Ekiti, titled Ekiti 2022. Fahimi gives December 18 deadline to governorship aspirant to resign position. Oyebode stated that the development became imperative in order to ensure cohesion and excellent service delivery. 2 major hallmarks of the administration remain uncompromised. And away from that one, let's look at what we've got here. And still in Punch newspaper, INEC breaks silence on Buhari's letter. Let's see what we've got there. Okay, the Independent National Electoral Commission has broken its silence on a letter written to it by the president over the contentious Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Buhari received the bill on November 19, has until December 19 to sign it or withhold his assent and communicate to the National Assembly his views and comments about it. And if after 30 days he refuses to sign the bill with the National Assembly not in support of the President's amendments or reservation, the Senate and the House of Representatives can recall the bill and pass it into law. Reacting to the President's letter on Wednesday, INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, said his position constitutionally, legally, and administratively was that the electoral management body is the end user of the electoral legal framework. He said that it was conventionally rational, strategic, and fundamental to seek the opinion of the Commission and other critical agencies in the electoral matrix before a new legal framework becomes law. Well, we talked about this issue, I guess.
Yeah.
That was on Tuesday. We talked about, but when Nigerians heard that the president is actually seeking the opinion of INEC, some people are saying that, okay, we should just say this is a walkover, because the same INEC actually said when the debate was going on at the National Assembly that they can do this. Particularly talking about the transmission of electronically, that they can do that. But the issue where Nigerians are still divided, well, majorities will definitely prefer direct primaries. Is that a particular issue, the method, the mode of primaries? You expecting anything different quickly? We talked about it on Tuesday.
We have said that the only area we can contemplate is that of the financial application.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think no matter, regardless of the financial application that this thing may attract, we still need to subscribe to it. It doesn't matter the amount we spend. If this thing we promote and develop our electoral system, we should not think about the money that it will cost the nation, because what we want is a good and varied electoral system in Nigeria, where people will have their say, because democracy has to do with the people. So people must have their say in at every level of governance and in all our electoral system. So that is the area we need to look at. So the president should not look at the financial implication. He should look at the development that the direct primary will bring to our electoral system.
All right, well, away from that now, let's talk about the issue of NSAS report. Lagos government defends a white paper. I'm back with the Nation newspaper right now. Let's see what the state has to say about his defense there. Oyebode Adegboruwa, others the kick. You can get that on the Nation newspaper. That's a rider there. Prosecution of those indicted likely, says Malami. The mixed reactions have continued to trail the Lagos State government white paper on the report of the NSAS Judicial Panel of Inquiry, JPI. The Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Moyosore Onigbanjo SN maintained that the report of the Lekki shooting was unreliable, but legal luminary Professor Paul Ananaba SN dismissed the controversy over the report as unnecessary, saying that government should be held accountable for the white paper. He said the white paper should be implemented to forestall a reoccurrence of the 2020 protest. On the rejection of the invitation for a work peace extended to NSAS campaigners and celebrities by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Nanaba said the only thing desirable now is peace in the land. Okay, but I'll take the story before you reacted to this particular issue to another contentious one. NSAS, I'm moving to Punch now. NSAS, cops stranded in Abuja mortuary over 407 naira, I guess. 407 naira, I guess. Okay. Well, the lawyer to a complainant, IG, that Sadue, in a petition of alleged extrajudicial killing of Simon Awondofa by the police, has informed the Independent Investigation Panel on Human Rights Violations that the cops of the deceased is stranded at the mortuary of General Hospital, Wuse, Abuja. A statement issued yesterday by Deputy Director Media and External Linkages in the National Human Rights Commission, Hajia Fatima Mohammed, said that today spoke while addressing the 11-member panel, adopting his written address in respect of the matter. That Saudi told the panel that the inability of the deceased family to pay the 407, there must be something wrong with this figure there, perhaps 407,000 mortuary bill of the deceased has left the cops stranded in the morgue of General Hospital, Wuse, Abuja, and even though the panel had ordered the police to ensure the release of the victim's body. So, well, that's someone talking about, that's Abuja, as a matter of fact, where that morgue is. But now, we're talking about the issue in Lagos right now, why the Lagos State government has actually said that the panel in his white paper said that the panel's report is unreliable. And then some people saying that, well, they are being insensitive for saying that people have died. But where I wanted to look at this one is this. One of the SNs that spoke this one talked about, I think we should be talking about the way forward now.
Yes.
Way forward now. Looking at the recommendations of, yes, the Lagos State government accepted part of the recommendations but rejected some, so particularly that 9 people died there. He said only 1 person died. So what do you make? Shouldn't we be looking at the way forward now? The ones that you have adopted, the ones that you have agreed with, implement it, go by the recommendations.
I think that is the major thing we need to do now. But before that, let me say that.
All right.
They need to look. We need to look into this report. When this panel was sitting, how many people came forward?
All right.
That okay, we lost our loved ones during the protest. They need to look at all those things. If truly people appeared before the panel that they lost one person or the other, then I think the government should uphold the report.
Okay.
But if there's no evidence of that during the sittings, then that is why the government is discarding it. But I think the panelists, member of the panel should. I don't think they can bring out a fictitious names, figures, because they said 9. That means people appear before them before they can come out with nine names. So that is area that is confusing.
All right. Well, confusing.
Yeah.
Well, to court matters now. Anti-graft issue, 6.9 billion naira fraud. Fire Chiefs Associate deposited 209 million naira cash for property says witness, the prosecution witness, Joanne Tolulope in the trial for Ekiti State Governor. Ayodele Fauci Wednesday told the Federal High Court in Lagos how Mr. Abiodun Agbele and Associate of Fauci bought properties worth 1.3 billion naira within 4 months. This is just as she said Fauci Associates deposited 209 million naira cash for property. Tolulope, who is the 11th? Okay, well, that's a lengthy one there, but we can still look at some other stories quickly. Away from that particular one, I'm now on the Nigerian Tribune. Lagos government white paper picks all in NSAS panel report. You can check that out on the Nigerian Tribune. And Buhari leaves for Dubai, attend Expo 2020. Buhari wants an unhealthy competition between Nigerians, South Africa, and criminals. Okay, I think we need to take that story. Criminals now impersonating IPOB, ESN Southeast Governors won. Well, this is coming from Southeast Governors now. Governors of the Southeast region of Nigeria have won criminals using the name of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as their militant wing. And their militant wing, the Eastern Security Network, to commit crimes in the region to stop doing so. And a statement issued after their virtual meeting yesterday, November. Well, or yes, on not November 5th, I guess it was on Wednesday. The governor said they are aware that the insecurity and killings in Southeast have gone beyond IPOB-BSN. As any criminal find it easy to hide under such a name to commit crime. This is one issue we've always talked about.
That is it.
When we talk about attacks, and IPOB-BSN will always come out to say, well, we are not responsible.
Yeah.
Then we have always said, who are the people?
Even during the SARS we are talking about, it happened then. The thing was peaceful, but later it was hijacked
by hoodlums.
So that is what the governors are saying in Southeast now.
So the governors have realized that now that this goes beyond
IPOB and ECN. So that is it. Now, if government should come in now and deal with them, you know what that means? Innocent people will be affected. That's the problem. That is why we must checkmate whatever we are doing at every time.
All right.
When we start, we should know how to retrieve, how to control, the level of our agitation.
So you are saying allowing this to fester, allowing this to go on for some time. That is what has led to this now.
To this.
There's some criminal elements.
And now hijacking it.
Okay, we open the lines to pick some calls right now on the program this morning. It's been from politics to NSAS issues to, well, some other major issues too. We'll continue with the headlines, but let's just pick a few calls for contribution on the program this morning. 0816-781-4132, 0816-781-4132. Let's get your reaction on the show this morning. It's Dailies on New Cruise 92.7 FM, and I've been speaking with Mr. Dari Owolabi. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Babatokwe calling from Tere.
Mr. Babatokwe, go ahead, please.
Yes. Concerning the panel, the report of the panel in Lagos, we cannot continue to deceive ourselves. Out of every rumor that we are not out of truth. I know the fact remains that the panelists will not come out like that and just present to the whole world that the outcome of that report, because they know how sensitive it is. But the federal government we use the last drop of their blood to defend it, to against it, because they have already come out initially that it was not even Nigerian army that went there. They did a lot of things. Later, they accepted that it was Nigerian army. So based on that, they will do anything to against that outcome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Babatokwe. We appreciate your contribution. 0816-781-4132. I'm looking at Vanguard newspaper here with me. stop the divisive, bare-faced publicity stunt. Be patriotic. Presidency warns Serap. And reps move to recover federal government 2.6 trillion naira from oil coins. BMO to Iyorcha. You are a criminal. Criminal reversionist. Well, from Daily Post, I'm looking at some more headlines. How I delivered 125 children after government hospitals rejected those woman leader in Abuja IDP camp. Biafra, why Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer Ejiofor is angry over my visit to hype up a leader. That's Oji Kalu talking there. Well, some more headlines are there. This one on security. Ogun gang kills 4, sells the body parts for money rituals. Sad one there. 816-781-4132. 816-781-4132. We can still pick one or two more stories just before we go this morning. Lagos hoodlums hack NURTW boss at home, shoot him dead in hospital. What a sad story. What a sad story there. You hacked him at home, and then you actually went ahead to shoot him dead at the hospital. Well, external reserves lost $610 million in November. CBN battles to save Naira. Well, those are just the major stories there. You can check these national dailies for details of these stories. My name is Joshua Adegbite. You join us tomorrow for the final installment of Dailies on New Cruise 92.7 FM for this week. Mr. Owolabi, we sincerely appreciate you.
Good morning.
For your time and your thoughts on the show this morning. Please do have a great day.
You too.